Hello guys, this is my second video. I know it's been too late to upload this video. It's taken a lot of time for me. So I saw many of you guys have responded and liked the video which I shared on the basics of architecture of Sybase. So okay, let's start with the quick stuff. Being a DBA, what are the activities you have to do? And day-to-day activities need to be performed. So we can start with that. Let me quickly open a notepad. So DBA, we first is to maintain the database's health. It should be healthy. If I say healthy means the server should be good in CPU, IO devices, memory. So these are the basics. Okay. So if CPU is good, IO is good, memory is good, so means our server is healthy. And we can see the Sybase server log to check if we find any alerts or warning in the Sybase server. And apart from that, we can check lockings or blockings. And you must be aware of the terminology locking and blockings. Lockings are the locks, shared intent, or exclusive locks whenever any query run on the system or on Sybase server. So that query performing DML, GML means insert, update, delete on the Sybase server, it holds a lock on that particular object or table. Okay, so it create the lock until the transaction got completed. And the blockings are if the processes are blocking each other, multiple user accessing the same object, and one is already doing an insert and have the exclusive lock on the object, and other is trying to do the delete on that table. So there's exclusive lock and it holds until and unless it completes the transaction and release the lock so that the next process can take over. So this is called blockings. And then we have a deadlocks, which can be easily be seen in the Sybase server log these days. After 15.4, you can see it's been automatically been suspected or culprit actions has been taken by the ASC itself. So you can see the deadlock information available in the Sybase server log. So deadlock means so process A blocking process B, and process B is blocking process C, and process C is again blocking process A. So it's a loop that is called a deadlock, and everyone is waiting for each other to get complete, and it creates a loop. So it will go to the infinite loop called the deadlock. And Sybase now in upgraded versions, it's automatically take care of that. You don't need to go and kill those deadlocks. Yeah, but the transient blockings are there, or constant blockings is it's blocking something for some particular reason for the long running transactions or the rollbacks. You have to see the blockings if the sys process is tables, and you have to go and kill it. So the most importantly, if I'm talking about right now of the blocking, so in the master database, we have a table called sys processes. You have to go and see which SPID is blocking other SPID. You can get the details from here. You can run SP-who to get the details of all the current running processes. I run some simple command, no need to take any help of procedure. Select SPID, CMD, blocked from master.sys processes, blocked is greater than 0, because there might be a system process is running with showing the 0. So we have greater than 0 value, so it will get all the spits over here, and you will get the response, and you will get the list of the IDs which are blocking each other. So this is a command which I generally use. Okay, so the maintenance, the database health is the first thing. Then, creating login accounts, or you can say users, the database. Then we have providing the permissions, provide permissions to the user. Okay, then we have creating the databases. You can create a multiple database, creating database within this one Sybase server, create database. Okay, so I'm talking about very generic things like in the Sybase server what DBA used to perform, and we have indexes, we have views, and for maintenance of the indexes we run update stats. It's update the statistics of the indexes. I'm giving you a whole picture in respect of what the DBAs you have to do on day-to-day activities. Okay, and then update stat, indexes, reorg rebuild this is the maintenance. This is the maintenance part. We do the reorg rebuild of the indexes or tables. This is come under the maintenance activity, which we generally perform on weekends, on off business hours. Okay, we prefer to do that, but now we have online reorg rebuild which can be performed also. But anyhow, it's all depend upon the how title you have, the intact business, and do you have a provision to do all of this in the business hours or not. So let's pick any one of this, and I don't have any plan how to go with the flow of giving the training or anything, but I'm trying to explain with the very basics. If we have to create a login, for example, the request come that you being a DBA, you got a ticket of creating a new login. So you have to just log into the Sybase server, log into your Unix machine first. Okay, and then you have to do ISQL utility to connect to the server. ISQL-u is a username, -s is the server name, and then you can put any width to set the output of the ISQL results, and when you enter it will ask for the password. You have to put your password and you will be logged into the machine, the Sybase server, and then use master by default. If your landing directory is master, you will be in the master, otherwise you have to go to the master. You can check the current logins, select name from master sys logins. What are the logins are there right now? Okay, or if anybody asks you to create the login, so you can check it is already exists or not. sp_display login with a login name. It gives a lot of information. Okay, so quickly if I'll go in sum of, so before that I am doing sudo over in sum of. So before that I am doing sudo over here because I am not having a Sybase access. So I can check my Sybase server is running or not. Yes, it's up and running. It shows the speed ID. I'm going to log into the Sybase server. Okay, so instead of doing this, this is the server I want to do. Login over here. Let's use master, select master sys logins. You will get all the list of the logins, and you can even check the login details like SP underscore display logins, what roles been given to this login, is it logged or not, and the password changed last time, what's the expiry interval we have set for this. So all the details we'll find over here. When the last login date is also available over here. Okay, so if we want to create some new login, so we can sp underscore add login, login name, default database, password. You can check the syntax of sp underscore add login. You can put anything over here. Okay. So right now, I think the password is too short. Okay, so let's see. We can go and see. Okay, let's go to and what are the syntax, because I have like, this is how you can do it, because I hardly remember the syntaxes. So it's like sp underscore add login, login name, password, def db. So it's easy, like that's what I'm doing. Oh, okay, I got the problem. I'm not using the quotes, I think. I believe that the quotes are required over here. Unable to set the password. And the login name is too short. One uppercase. Password should contain one uppercase. So this is what the provision you can give. Anything you want to set the rules, you can do that. See this. So this is just what the account has been unlocked and created. So this is the provisions we have set for the server. So now you can see this sp underscore display login we just created. And you can find the details when it has got created, March 31. And for dropping the login, you can just go, you can lock the login sp underscore lock login, login name, unlock. This is the way you can unlock it, and the same way you can lock it. You have to just put over here lock. How you can lock and unlock the login, or if you want to change the password, sp underscore password, you need to put the caller password. Caller password is your server password, whatever it is. then put the new password, and then the user ID. This is the way you can, just reset the password of any account. I'm going to drop this login right now. Drop it with like sp_drop login. The account has been dropped. So guys, I mean, this is the way we can just add the logins in the system. Okay, permissions, you can just simply check. It's a granting the permissions to the any object. It will come like grant role. If you want to assign grant role, for example, SSO role, I'm assigned 21 to Sumit. That's it. Okay. So if simply you can go sp_helpdb, you can go and see how many databases are right now, what are the sizes of the databases. You can see with the sp_helpdb, sp_who will help you to see the number of processes running onto the system. They all are in awaiting processes. Awaiting means it's waiting for something to be happen. It's still in the transition, still not being committed. Okay, it's still working right now. It's a waiting command, or waiting for to process get active and do some insert, update, deletes, whatever the process is doing so right now. And if you want to see, sp_monitor will help you how much IO and CPU is busy. See this, it say idle is 100% because this is a test server. CPU is IO is 0% and 100% idle. Okay, so this is the way you can see and monitor it. I was talking about the blockings. Select SPID, CMD, blocked from master dot sys processes where blocked is greater than 0. See, these SPIDs will come over here. It will say which command it's running and who is blocking this SPID. So you can get the list over here. Right now, there's no blockings over here. sp_log will help you to see shared intent log, which SPID is creating the shared intent log on which object ID. You can go and see it. Okay, if you don't know where is your Sybase server log, so you have to simply go and log into the Sybase server and run select add error log. It will give you a path and you can simply tail it from here and see the Sybase server log. And these are the error messages I was talking about. You can get any messages, any errors in the Sybase server log. And this should be your first resort to see any issues. If you want to see what is the version of your Sybase, select add version. So this is the Sybase server version. Okay, your host name, everything you can click like host name. You'll get the host name over here, or data server -v will give you the version again from the host. Okay, so there are two ways we can do it. What else? Okay, so we were talking about CPU, IO, memory, Sybase server log. I have shown you lockings, blockings, and deadlocks. Right now, I don't see any. I'm not able to show you in my Sybase server logs, but it will generate in the Sybase server log itself. Login creation, permissions, I told you. Database creation, I will teach you later how to create the database. But database used to be created on devices. In my previous session, I think you have seen that. We need devices first. We need to initiate the devices, and then we will build the database on that. And database has two parts. One is data and other is log. Data stores the data and log is data stores the data, and log is to store the log when any transaction is happening on any database, it uses the log segment to process those transactions and use that space and clear it once the transaction got completed. So this is the log segment part we use for the data, and generally the thumb rule says it should be 20 to 25% of what we have, the total database. So 20 to 25% should be the log available on that database. Okay, so indexes will see cluster, non-cluster indexes. I'll teach you later. Update statistics is to update the stats of the indexes so that query performance be good. Okay. SP_who, when I'm doing, I can even check a particular SP ID also with this. It will give you the further details of which DB it's running, right? And you can get the SQL text also. SP DBCC SQL DBCC trace on 3604 will help you. DBCC I'm doing something wrong. DBCC trace on 604. Yes, I don't know what I did before. Okay, so now DBCC SQL text, and which SQL text you want to see of any process, you can just put the SPID. Right now it is awaiting command, not showing any SQL text. It's showing only underline, means if something is happening, we can see it over here. 2768. If still it's active, so it will show you. Otherwise, no, it's not active now. So the SQL text you can see over here from this side, or you can then DBCC trace off 3604, or you can simply go and do the DBCC trace on DBCC trace on 3604, and then DBCC SQL text, put SPID over here. Okay, and then you can do trace off after that, or you can do SP_show plan if you want to see the show plan, how it is run. The show plan with the SPID number, you will get the entire show plan of this. So guys, this is a quick video I created just for you, so that I can reach you guys back again. It's been a long time, and I'll make sure that I will start creating more videos, and hope you like this video. So just like it, subscribe it. I'm just trying to share my knowledge, and I hope it will help all the beginners or people who want to learn the database. So thanks everyone. Have a nice day.